everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Yemi, and this is my YouTube channel. Thank you for clicking on this video when you saw it. Don't forget to check other videos, and if you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and please don't forget to also like, share, subscribe, and please watch every other of my other videos. So today I'm going to be talking about my wedding day. Yes, so it's been how many months? It's been weeks. No, it's months. It's been over a month, obviously, but I'm going to just judge by weeks because weeks looks longer. So it's been a few weeks married, and it's been a pleasant journey. Thankful for a wonderful spouse. So I'm just going to be talking about the best moments of my wedding and the not so interesting moments, the things that really didn't go well. That I don't really like. So basically, let me start with the good ones. Yes, so that we'll be happy. We'll start the video happy. So the first thing that happened on my wedding that I was super grateful for was the fact that I married my husband. Yes, I mean, if you not show up on call, because there was really a very funny story. I'm going to tell you this story. Just stay with me. Stay with me. I'm going to give you this gist. But then, I mean, first thing I'm grateful for is the fact that he showed up. He did not embarrass me. He did not say he's not going to marry on the day. He did not say, this guy, I'm going to show you. Thankful. He came to the wedding. Let me thank the Lord. Then the second thing is, I'm actually going to say it in the order of how the actually happened that day. Is the moment when my mom prayed for me. So my mom prayed for me twice, but there was one that was like that really made me teary. And if I have the video here, I'm going to put it on the screen. And in Jesus' name we are praying. If I find the video, my mom was praying for me during my engagement, during traditional wedding, and we had this shawl that we put, this Yoruba veil that they would put over your head, and she was supposed to okay, so in Yoruba culture, she's supposed to actually, your mother is supposed to put the veil on your head, and then she'll pray with you, and then she sends you off to your husband's family, which I mean, they're just sitting opposite, right? So she's praying for me, and I mean, I'm a strong girl, but at that point it was really so emotional. I really felt those I can't remember what she was saying, but at that point it was really heavy, and it just really felt like, okay, yes, we're getting married. So I was really teary. I was crying, and she was like, I don't cry now. I was really crying. It was such an emotional moment for me, and I really loved the fact that, I mean, my mom was alive to do that. I feel like that's how I actually had weight, because she's such a very important part of my life. So it was one of the most beautiful moments of my wedding. And then another moment at my wedding, actually, like, really, I really loved the fact that my both parents walked me down the aisle. Oh my God! As in, see, yeah, I've always wanted that. I didn't want where the dad just walks you down alone. I wanted both parents. My church did not want to agree. They just kept on saying, no, it's wrong, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I just want this seat. I just want the both of them to walk me down the aisle. So when I was about to enter, my dad was already waiting for me at the door, and my mom was trying to like convince the pastor and all of that. And I was like, no, you cannot. I just shouted her name. This is all about the and then she quickly just said the pastor, and she walked me down. The pastor kept on saying, it is wrong, it is wrong. So at the point I got carried away with the hymn, and because it was the hymn I really wanted. It was just like it was my perfect entrance. And that was one reason, I don't know, this video should have gone up by now, where I was talking about some things that happened in my one-day event, and how I didn't want to get late to church, because they really told me that I should not come late to church, and they had told me that if I come late to church, I was going to miss my procession. I picked my hymn. Most times you don't get to pick your hymn in reading. I picked my hymn already, so and it was not one of those that normal hymns that they would usually use. I picked a different hymn for myself. But that was like the only reading wedding I've ever played that used that hymn, Oh Perfect Love. So I really liked the fact that I picked my hymn, and I wanted to just process. I mean, now just feel like everybody's putting attention on you. Like, nobody even cares about your parents. Just you know, like, everybody's standing up and they're looking at the bride, and some people are bringing up their phone. It's such a paparazzi moment. Yes, I like attention. So it was such a sweet one for me, and I'm super grateful that, yes, she got to walk me down, even though at the point she now had to leave because they were still eyeing her and telling her that she should come off it. But at least she did that, and I'm super grateful that, yes, that happened. Another thing that happened at my wedding that I really loved was the moment when I was supposed to throw my banquet Oh my god, that's another important moment of my wedding I really loved. I knew that I wanted something dramatic. I didn't want the usual everybody throws banquet, but I could not throw my banquet because my banquet was damn expensive. So I had to like get another one. Yes, my girls are that special, so I had to get another one. And then I got this one that was actually like together, so I was just like remove the binding wire, and instead of me to toast my banquet to one person, I decided to share it to my girls. I did that because my girls were so important to my weddings. These girls contributed, they served, they prayed with me. You know, you go for weddings and you see ladies, they're actually very like, they're very concerned about the appearance at the wedding, the kind of, I mean, most of them will even leave the bride and go and drink their own thing and all of that. I didn't even really have time to like play with them or move with them during the wedding, but they were just there. You look back, they're there. You look at the front, they're there. They're jiggering me, they're hyping me. Oh my god, the hype really gave me energy because at some point I was tired. But with their hype, I was able to move on and all of that. So I'm really grateful for my girls. So at that point, I had to throw my banquet to them, and then I told my mother-in-law to pray for them. And my mother-in-law is very keen about single ladies and good marriage, so it was such a wonderful party that I know she prayed for my heart that day. And I know that my mother-in-law, I know she will not stop praying for them. She keep praying for them. So it was such an important moment. Also, and there was something I wanted to do, but I was not able to do it. So like part of this, another thing that I did at my wedding that I really loved, and like another important part of my wedding that I loved was the part where we read our vows. So if you attend Redeemed Church, you know that you just read vows in church and that's all. You don't get to read your vow again and what have you. So later on during the reception, I mean there was a place where I was supposed to read my vows. So I read my vows, but we are written our vows to each other, and it was so sweet. It was so sweet. Like, even though when we were reading the vows, I really didn't even hear so many things because I was just in cloud. I was in cloud 24. I was like, oh, it's so sweet. I was just like, oh, I find the picture of like, I'm sure that I just felt like, oh my god, bless your soul. So, but then later on, I actually got to see the vows, and reading it after the wedding was actually very sweet. And even reading it to me was very sweet. There was really nothing dramatic at my wedding, but there were some moments that I will forever cherish. Just some moments that were like, just made the wedding, because a lot of things didn't actually go well during the wedding. Even though the pictures will come out and it looked really sweet and all of that, but I really liked the fact that those things, that some things happened, and I'm so grateful. Yes, at the time, myself and my spouse really had time to pray that morning, and I'm really grateful for that also, because it was just like we're establishing the relationship on God, we're establishing the wedding on God. Now, the things that did not happen, the things that kind of went wrong at my wedding. Number one, hey, early in the morning of the wedding, my husband, catch yourself, I know he's gonna be hearing this. So my husband that knows the road, he has been to this place before. He knows the hotel, he knows the location of the hotel, he knows everywhere. The morning of the wedding, decided to use Google Map, and Google Map, in its worldliness, took them to another route. So they lost their route, and they were so they had to come late, and he wasn't around. Some of his family members too were not around. Those ones was quite explainable, but at least you understand that those ones are not around. Husband and his friends are not around. So I'm like, that's why I said this in the first instance, that thankfully that I showed up. So I arrived as the bride. Then it's not supposed to be the first to enter. And my mom is like, your husband is not here. And I'm like, okay, you say? And I was calling him. Man wasn't picking because obviously he knows that I was tense, so he was not going to pick the call to say, I mean, what am I going to say? Where are you? So he was like, so that's why I didn't pick the call. I'm like, no, I didn't do anything wrong to pay him to leave me on the order. And I was also thinking that, okay, no, he has spent so much money on this wedding to want to waste. I said, but even if he wants to leave me, what point is it proving? I said, no. Oh my god. At the point I just told myself, I come against every evil thought. Wherever they are, God will bring them here safely. I just came out of the car because they were like, oh. Please, come and snap it.
Look at me now.
As much as you want to oh, bride cannot come out of the car. You cannot. I say, what? We'll throw that away. I came out of the car and started snapping pictures, started greeting people, all of that, and I was able to just while away time with that. And glory be to the Father, they came and we started the engagement, and it was a success. The enemy almost tried, but God intervened. The next thing that happened, the next thing that was going to happen, he told me that I was going to cut my gown. So let me start by saying that my sister sells bridals. I'm going to put her name in the description. So everything you see in my bridals, my dress, my husband's outfit, my accessory, everything came from AOG Bridals. Shout out to you, sister. Free ads. So if you want to actually like, and it's very affordable, you can rent, you can buy, very affordable. She also does custom made. Whatever you want to do with bridals, please contact AOG Bride. I'm going to put their Instagram handle here. I don't think she's really big on. I've told her not to be big on Instagram. I don't know. But she's good, and she would deliver affordable service, wonderful service. So I got everything from my stamp because I mean she's my sister, right? So many things, so many very expensive things that I used at my wedding that if I wanted to spend my money, I would have broken the bank. But she was gracious enough to like give me a discounted prices and some other things. I rented them. So I mean, we had gotten a gown that was very expensive. Even on rentals, it was very... In fact, it's expensive on rentals. That gown, you need to buy a new gown. The money I used to rent, you need to buy a new gown. It was quite expensive. I had a lot of petals on it. It was very tender. It was a luxury gown. Redeem! Said I cannot use tail because that tail. I don't like I see the tail is long. I'm going to put the picture. People should judge. Is this tail long? Then I said I'm going to cut it. My sister said, lie. See, we started looking for pin, office pin. But then, thankfully, my mom distracted the pastor when we were talking. We were talking about entering and not entering, so I was able to enter with the gown. So I entered my tail gown and they did not cut my gown. I said, they cut this gown, I'm going to sit down on the floor and start crying. So my sister was waiting with me to say, nobody's going to cut this gown. And thankfully, nobody actually did this to the gown. I was able to use my gown with the train, the long train and all of that, and they allowed me. to me. So that was another thing that actually happened already that would have probably been like wrong, but got to glory. Another thing that happened was rain fell. So I had prayed. Oh my God. See, if there was anything that we're always praying about was the weather and safety. We're always praying about weather. God, just take control. And everywhere the weather was good. In fact, the day before rain had fallen, so I thought that okay, this was rain falling so that it will not fall on my wedding. Just for us to finish church wedding, finish everything, and guess what? The rain started. See, that rain started with full force. So even a lot of people to like, when a lot of things to be delayed, all the pictures I wanted to snap, I could not snap them. I was about crying. I was already tensed up. I was angry. I'm like, what is this? Why is it? The rain lasted for like 3 hours, and it was heavy. So people thought there was going to be traffic. A lot of people had to leave early. Oh my God, that rain really spoiled a lot of things. But then I just looked at it like, it was just God's blessing. I mean, why is it after we finished? No, call it being spiritual. But then, why was it after? We had prayed about the rain. Either God was trying to stop something, or was trying to bless our marriage. Kabish, end of discussion. But initially, I was really sad. And at a point, I told my husband, let's join hands together and pray. And I was like, okay, so we joined our hands together. We prayed so much, but the rain still did not stop. I'm like, what's going on, God? And then I just entered, I just told him, like, I beg, this one has started already. And shout out to my photographer, OP Visuals. Every picture that I missed because of the rain, because I mean there was a backdrop, I was supposed to snap my picture, all of that, I could not use it again. Everything I missed at the point after the wedding and everything was like, do you mind changing back to your wedding dress? Let's snap some of those pictures again. And I was able to snap pictures. Now, that takes me back to the fact that I was supposed to snap picture of my room, but because I didn't want to be late, so I told my girls that okay, let's just go to church. When I'm coming back, we'll just branch at the hotel and then I'll snap in my room, snap with our robes, and then we'll just dress back again. And that was the plan. We all went to church. Coming back, my husband was like, we can't keep people waiting. You can't go and snap with your robe. I'm like, hello, are you hearing you're safe? Robe that I spent money on. And we kept on arguing. Yeah, we argued on the wedding day. He said the car. And we're like, no, babe, I need to snap each other. Like, no, you can't keep people waiting. It's wrong. Last thing I did not actually now end up snapping. I was really sad. Like, I remember myself thinking that doesn't this guy really love me? After spending so much money on my room, how can you say that I will not snap picture on my room? But to God be the glory. OP Virtuals, Edidium, thank you so much. You are darlings. Like, please, if you're in Port Harcourt or even if you're in anywhere around, please, OP Virtuals, check them on Instagram. I'm going to put their link here. Check them on Instagram. Instagram. Check them on Instagram. They are very wonderful. So they actually told me to like come out and change, and they were ready to take all the pictures I wanted to take. they were ready to take all the pictures. So I took all my pictures after the wedding. And I mean, my makeup, thankfully for my makeup artist, my makeup was gang. And I mean, they also did like their own touch up, so I was able to snap my robe. Imagine if after spending so much, I don't have snap my robe. After PM did, I would not have forgiven him. But then I was able to snap my robe, and I thank God for that. So I was able to snap all my pictures and all of that. Yes, another thing that happened. I told my Nigerian mother, caterer, you can't just depend on one caterer. Okay, actually I had like 3 caterers, but guess what? Hey, Jesus. 2 of my caterers did not show up early. Two of them. I had 3 caterers. 2 people did not show up early. I said, is it that my village people decided to follow me to this wedding? What's going on? So 2 of them did not show up. Because I was supposed to do the special I was going, and the main caterer did not show up early. The main caterer's stupid excuse was that rain was falling. And guess what? This is my family caterer. This is one that we've been using for like a lot. In fact, the guy was one that catered for my grandfather's burial that happened like a year before. And my husband had seen him work, and I seen how hardworking and how friendly and how good he is at his job. So my husband was like, oh, we need to use this guy. So it was a special request, like, we need to use this guy. And I made my my caterer. In fact, I told my wedding planner that, you see, I don't change any plan, anybody, any of these vendors. You see my caterer, don't change him. He's good, he's that. That's why Ghana decided to fuck. He said he did not see, he could not use vehicle. What did he say? Because of the rain. I was mad. But then, I mean, I know the day came, even though it came late and a lot of people had gone. But I mean, people still ate, and there was more than enough for people that waited. And because of the rain, also people had actually now left early, so people don't eat. But now, my third caterer, they were supposed to do small chops. She was supposed to start serving. When she said her excuse was that if she starts serving, people will be too filled up and they don't want to eat food. What stupid excuses? Please just get professional people. That's what I'm just going to tell you. Get professional people. They will help you to just get over all this rubbish that these people were saying. And that was that, like, food was delayed, and I found that a lot of people had not eaten. Some people said they did not eat. Somebody even said I did not eat, and I actually had to sponsor the person. And guess what? When I was checking pictures, I saw the man eating. I spent money on him already. So yes, that was another thing that happened on my wedding that really made me sad. But at the end of the day, I thank God, and most importantly, I thank God because of the good photographer I had. So every of those things that happened that went on wrong, everything that didn't like happen easily, they stole some things at the wedding also. Not like at least they didn't steal any significant thing, like maybe people's phones or all of that, but there was still a lot of, and there was security. I don't understand. But then, I mean, it's not like as if every wedding is perfect, but the major thing I was really so grateful about was the fact that my pictures came out well, my videos came out well. So even if I'm telling you that this and this and this happened, you most likely will not notice if you're not there, because everything still went on well. So to God be the glory. To God be the glory. There were some other very beautiful moments I had, but those ones that I said initially were like the ones that were really close to my heart, were the things that really made my day beautiful, and I was so happy that I was able to accomplish those things. I was so happy that I was able to accomplish those things. Thank you very much for watching to the end of this video. Please don't forget to leave a comment. Tell me the kind of videos you want me to post, and I'm more than willing to post it. Thank you for watching to this point. Remain blessed. I love you. Bye.